Hi, and welcome back to our Ask the Agronomist video series. I am Phil Long, Precision Agronomy Advisor with Latham High-Tech Seeds. This week we're back out in the field talking about harvest results. Excited to share some news with you, although it is extremely cold out here today. I will say this is unseasonably cold. I hope everybody brought their grease guns inside before greasing the combines this week, but it is cold today. Seems like winter, but the snow's not flying, thankfully, and it's a sunny sky. So we're going to talk about a few yield results. We have a lot to share. Excited to share the plots. If you came to the field day, hopefully you'll tune in and watch here in the next several weeks as we share some of the results. So I want to talk about the high yield soybean plot. For those that came to the field day, it wasn't a highlight, but we did talk about it, and many people asked about it, so I want to share some of those results. We had two varieties in that plot, 2193s and our 2458 E3 soybeans. Both of them did extremely well. The 2193s averaged 79 bushel an acre, and the 2458s averaged 82 bushel an acre. So a little bit later maturity, yielded a little bit more as we would expect. But overall, the treatments on this, I didn't get an early planting in this year. Next year we'll probably get an early planting if we have the chance to do that. But we did get in-furrow starter on this, and we came back in season right around early reproduction, R1 to R4 time period, when it was kind of stressed and dry around here. I sprayed a product on there to help mitigate some of the stress, just a foliar product to help mitigate some of the stress. That was called Respite from Biodyne, and that's basically just has some potassium in it, helps the plant regulate moisture a little bit better in times of stress. So we put that on there. I put that on there twice over a couple weeks span to help out, as well as we did do a nitrogen, a little bit of nitrogen. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot, actually. Applicator we had some issues with that, and I put on about what the crop would require, a 50-60 bushel crop. Put about 275 pounds of nitrogen down. So there was a little nodulation early on when I dug plants, but as the season got later and those roots grew to the center of the row and met where the applicator was, there was a very little nodulation going on in the root system. So we successfully replaced the nitrogen down there. I think probably at least 3/4 of it, if it took it up, of what the plant required. So that does, one thing that it does do is reduce the stress on the plant overall. It doesn't have to feed the bacteria. Those nodules on the roots are a bacteria that infect the plant, and they take sugar or carbohydrates from the plant, so it doesn't have to feed those. Now, does it offset? Typically no, but we did see a response. I actually saw 5.7 bushel better on those couple passes that had the nitrogen on it. So those yielded, on the 2193s, yielded 84.7 bushel an acre compared to the average. Actually, it was more like 76 bushel an acre on the ones that weren't treated with nitrogen compared to 84.7. So there was close to a 8 or 9 bushel advantage with that much nitrogen. Obviously, that doesn't come anywhere close to covering the cost, even if we had 10 bushel extra soybeans per acre. So not advantageous, but we did learn that it did reduce some of that stress. Key periods of the season when maybe the plant was dealing with some moisture stress, it didn't have to feed that bacteria. Now, obviously, we have really good soils right here, high organic matter, so that there's a lot of mineralization going on in the soil as well. But it was neat to see that interaction. This is a plot that we're going to keep going as time goes forward. We're going to keep changing things up. Next year we have some additional fertility treatments I'm excited to try. But for this year, that's the results. Like I mentioned, we were about 79 bushel an acre average on our 2193s and 82 on the 2458. So look forward to sharing many more results. We got a lot of plots out here and a lot of stuff out in the big field, some different trials on nitrogen on corn, biologicals and so forth. So we're excited to share those. So stay tuned over the next couple weeks to learn more results. So thanks for watching this week's Ask the Agronomist. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at 1-877-GO-LATHAM or visit us on our website at lathamseeds.com.